Yo, what's up, man?
Stay focused on your workout.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Hey, ball, huh? Yo, watch it!
Now we're rolling. One more.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, hit me up.
See, you wanna work on your three-point shoot? Let's get set up.
Hey, good ball, huh? I see him.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Mata a este para ella.
Ya. Justice.
Again.
See you later.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Dua.
Again.
Baduz.
Hey, hit me up.
Tipping things off, we have Liam Creasy playing Treasure Hunters. Catches the alley-oop pass and finishes with the insane between-the-legs dunk. That was some serious hang time, folks. Moving on to the Big Top Challenge, where Sullivan Kalen gets loose. Front flips off the trampoline and sinks the one-handed circus shot. Was that luck or skill? That was awesome.
If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming major games, visit the ticket booth or at our team website for availability. Fans come to the game, bring your family and get a free Lakers mascot bobblehead.
Get your official NBA merchandise. T-shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweaters, and more are available at the Sports Zone stations, located in the north and south contours.
A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for Trading Card Day. The first 10,000 fans from the arena will receive a trading card pack. Live early for fan zones designed by the Lakers mascot and the Laker girl. A reminder, folks, looking here for our next giveaway, Chin Bag Day. Come out and receive our free Lakers Chin Bag.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured. Even he said, I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised. Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Hayward.
And he's not been as efficient this month as he had been earlier. Take a look at his true shooting percentage, and it will show that he's gone a little bit frosty. Maybe tonight he can get that touch back.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guard. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. Chris, if your team's style of play doesn't seem to be working, do you still have time within a season to change it?
There's always time, as long as everyone is on the same page. And if something's not working, the worst thing you can do is to keep going in that direction. You need to bring everyone in, let them know the mistakes that we've made, let them know our new outlook, and ask everyone, are they in on it? And if they're not, those guys that aren't in on it, you stay in the locker room. We'll be back after the game. If everyone's in on it, we're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a heck of a time because now we have a new outlook. And sometimes with a new outlook, it brings positive energy.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Smart. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Hayward against James to the wing on the left. That one wide left. Walker against LeBron. Shot's good by Walker.
And although he's smaller, Walker doesn't fear going inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anyone.
LeBron kicks to Rondo. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Davis. Let's go.
What a fantastic defender. Smart uses his big, strong body and impressive reach to pester shooters.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Brown is checked in for Gordon Hayward.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Here's Smart, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris over... Substitution going with almost an entire new group here. Tice passes to Hayward, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
Walker against Rondo. The pass to Brown. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's the break. We've got Caldwell Pope. Howard is out there with Anthony Davis. That's Rajon Rondo. That's the Laker 5.
And the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Walker looking for an opening. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jump.
Rondo passes to Howard. To the left wing. Lets it go. Offensive rebound.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Brown outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Out of Wheeler High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came called. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
LeBron, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union.
Here's Poirier, and he slams it one-handed.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And the shot goes in.
Fantastic vision. I mean, Brown always cognizant of everyone around him.
Walker the pass to Poirier. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Davis. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now just a 1-point Boston lead. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. On the stripe. No good on that one. Good D by Rondo.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Davis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Walker finds Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And a whole new group out on the floor for... The Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
He hits both from the stripe.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Here's Waiters. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top, up by 3. And
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
I know that's your area of emphasis, Frank. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball for
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at the center. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. We don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but this is great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Rondo against Walker. Outside, Smart. Back to Tatum. Six on the shot clock from 17 feet out. Boston again missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And the Lakers with another turnover here. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the rafters and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Kicks it to Tatum. Now, here's Tice. No points in the game yet for him. Walker, bounce pass. Tatum passes to Tice. Here's Walker with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Rondo, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Rajon Rondo. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. Misses the corner three. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Walker. And the rejection by James.
Well, James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror. He's relentless.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Loads it up for Davis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
Scared to come towards us, gotta run from us. Louisville, hush money for my young. With Patino, I think.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And while
changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Hayward comes in for Tatum. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And that one falls for Williams.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. That's the Laker 5. Lakers passing it around. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Hayward, he gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hayward's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rondo scanning the floor. From about 16. And that one goes long.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And now only one away from being in the paint.
Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. And the Celtics with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Walker against Rondo. Hayward right side. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Smart.
At the line for your Lakers, number 20. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Walker in the post. He's covered by Rondo. Walker against Rondo. Shoots it. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kemba Walker. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Hayward against James. Clock at 4. Here's Davis. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Celtics trail by 10. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Smart on the wing. Back to Walker. A 3-ball. They get it back. Williams kicks to Tice. Tries yet again. Smart misses. Lakers leading by 10. To the inside. Walker with some nice deep.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Out to the wing. Wide open look. And right through it goes. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 8. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Rondo against Walker. Pass to LeBron. Shoots it up. That one's good from the corner. And the Lakers lead by 10.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 10. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. So it's the Celtics now. Left side Walker, and good that time.
Walker is so adept at running these pick and rolls. He has a feel for when to pass and when to let it fly.
LeBron left side. The pass to Rondo. Floats it up for James. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
For 3, Hayward. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Green bounce pass. No good there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.
I'm all for uniform ads. I mean, who cares?
I care, Hank. It makes the unis less fresh.
No. Strong disagree. And look, this is a commercial enterprise. It's not some pickup game, right? Almost every commercial enterprise has ads. There are ads during the TV shows, there are ads before the movies, there are ads on web pages and bus stops and elevator televisions. It's everywhere, right? It is what it is, okay? And these ads don't interrupt the flow of the game, so who cares? I say, cover the whole jerseys with ads, just like they do with race cars. It's really not that big a deal.
Hot take Hank is on the prowl.
Oh, look, don't get me started. I got more where that came from. But first, a very quick word from one of our sponsors.
See, you're bought out, that's why.
Time to get personal. You like to cook, Hornet?
Only thing I like to cook, Hank, is fools like you on the b-ball court, baby.
Little flambe. All right, well, what if I told you there is a subscription service that sends pre-packaged gourmet meals designed by industry-leading chefs directly to your door, and all you have to do is...
Hey, how you been, man?
Hey, what you working on? I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Come on, focus.
Just like that. One more.
Next time, man. Next time.
Bring it in, guys. Break is over, and it's time to focus on the second half of the season. We gotta keep teams from getting easy baskets on the break. So let's focus on that transition D. All right, let's get right into some transition drills.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Okay, let's move on to the next drill. Focus! Focus! Hey, yo, look at the clock! Bomb now! Give me!
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, man, get mine! Wait again! Way to grab it! Don't look at the clock! Don't forget the clock! Hey, come around! Come around! Clock! Clock! Get on my man! Court! Put it back! Put it back! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Push it, baby! Hey, here we go!
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Nice work, fellas. Let us stay a while and get some additional reps in.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Keep it going. Let's go.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Yo, look at the clock, G! Hey, don't forget the clock now! Shot! Don't forget the clock!
See you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, you ball, huh? Yeah, boy.
like to keep in touch and keep you guys connected, and we've been seeing so many new faces in the community.
That's right, there are a ton of new and exciting NBA 2K content creators all over the place, and we want to feature some of the best ones right here on 2K TV. Starting with an interview next week.
Fans, don't forget about our Bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free Warriors mascot bobblehead. A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for Trading Card Day. The first 10,000 fans from the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by the Lakers mascot and the Laker girls. Remember,
I did not head to toe and get his fist. Cardiac lens for my bitch. I see fake pretend. You burnt, you ran out of mint. You burnt. Come run it. President of the bed. They salute the kid like a tent.
a reminder, folks, that we have a giveaway. Gym bag. Receive a free Lakers gym bag. Let's meet the visiting team, New Orleans Pelicans. At point guard, Lonzo Ball. At center, Jarrett Davis. At the other guard position, Drew Holiday. At power forward, Zion Williamson. At the other forward position, Brandon Ingram. The head coach of the visiting team is Alvin Gentry. And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Standing 6'1". Rajon Rondo. Standing 6'10".
I done been bad. Ever since I got chased out of running.
Standing 6'10". Standing 6'5". Number 20.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan courtside. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge.
Well,
what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And going up against the Pelicans, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard, and it's Rajon Rondo. Brent, as the season goes on, and here we are about halfway through, are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much
They
set.
are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guards for? which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
And stolen by Favors. Poked away. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded by Davis. And it's Williamson missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Nice to see LeBron have a straight line drive. Somebody fell asleep there.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Off with the layup. And here we go. Fast break. James and
man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Mr. Williamson. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. Holiday attacking, and Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Ball against Rondo. Davis kicks to Rondo. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And that one is good.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Here's Ball. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Redick for 3. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Lakers leading by 7. Loads it up for Davis.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Ingram against LeBron. Okafor. McGee with the block. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And the dunk by LeBron.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Ingram outside. Over LeBron. And the Pelicans miss again. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-4 run.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the DJ.
2 shots. 5.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
2.
Number 20.
And he knocks down the first one. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Redick passes to Hart. Moore outside. Okafor against McGee. McGee with the block. And he recovers it. And here's the fast break. Bobbed up there for Green.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here's Redick. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Out left to the wing. From deep, Moore. And the 3 ball is good.
Each Moore doesn't get a lot of open touches, but when he does, he's got to be prepared to shoot. So lets that one go quickly.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability.
I always feel like I got it. Always feel.
And you know, Greg Decker. For New Orleans, Williamson is checked in for Felicio. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Ejuan Moore. So the Pelican 5 right now. A lot of former Blue Devils out there. Redick, Ingram, Zion, and Okafor all on the floor. And it's Ball in at the 1. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt #1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Ingram against James. Lakers working the ball around now. Outside, Davis. Outside for Rondo. Takes the 3. They get it back. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Inside, and Rondo gets it to go on the assist by James.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ball against Rondo. Ball dishes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Good on the 3-point shot. 8 points for him.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
And so it's Los Angeles holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been...
Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the handshake.
hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. We have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Holiday surveying the floor. To the middle. And that one's good. Williamson's got 12.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games.
Team swap here for New Orleans. Murray outside. To the wing right side. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. Hands it from downtown. He's got 13.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. That one, no good. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ball kicks to Redick. They need this. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Three-pointer. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We just got to do a better job of executing, okay? And then we got to get back, guys. I mean, we got to be sprinting back.
Well, Greg, he doesn't sound pleased with his team's transition defense.
And you can't fault him. I mean, Coach Gentry really fighting to get his team more engaged.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for New Orleans right now, Favors is out there with Jahlil Okafor. And there's Jackson, and it's Alexander Walker hit at the 2 guard. And there's the call on Howard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here is Favors. Pass to Sampson. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that
courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
They are just killing them on the interiors.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And James picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's...
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Just 4 to shoot. Murray for 3. Here's Kuzma, and he makes good on the layup.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
Here's Jackson. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Beyond the arc. Los Angeles with another miss. And here are the Pelicans. Over to the wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target with his 3. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Down low. Floats it up for Murray. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Impressive job by the players coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Hart, no good. Morris looking over the floor. From past the arc, off target. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. I got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner. We get a chance to catch up with our postgame guests.
Hey, it's Shaq. You guys stomped that team, and I mean literally. It wasn't even close. When did you realize this game was yours to lose?
Hey, man, I guess it was around maybe late July, early August, whenever the schedule comes out. Nah, man, but look, man, they have a good team over there, so no disrespect. But this was a game I had circled as a win the minute I saw it on my calendar, you know what I'm saying? We just match up real good against this club. And you saw that tonight, Playboy.
When you look at the calendar, I don't.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaq, for Kenny, for Kevin Harlan, for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
All right, game ball goes to the guy who fully dominated tonight. All right, the guy that made the other team adjust to what he wanted to do. That's what it's all about. Get up here, Che.
Sure.
Nice work, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Coach. Hey, I appreciate this, fellas, man. But you know what? This ball just isn't about me. It's about all of us, all right? Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep it pushing, all right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's huddle up. Let's go.
Count it off.
Win on three. 1, 2, 3, win. Let's keep it going, fellas.
You guys were firing in all cylinders tonight. I was wondering if you could talk about your defense. How were you able to stop those guys from getting all those shots that they wanted?
Had a dope game plan from the coaching staff. You know, they showed us some stuff they like to do, what our coverages should be to counteract that, and we went out there and executed. Simple as that. Simple.
How's it going? Stay focused on your workout. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. It's all you. I see him. I see him.
One more, one more. Let's go.
Hey, keep the ball, huh?
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Just like that.
Who got ball? Hey, he can ball, huh?
Hey, hit me up.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
This week on NBA 2K TV, one-on-one with Warriors Eric Paschall.
Oh, okay.
My team card updates. We give you tips on basic play calling in 2K20.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles...
There it is, the Ferry Building in San Francisco, just down the road from our broadcast setting tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And we welcome in someone who has been writing and communicating NBA basketball thoughts in book, over the air, in podcasts, and on TV, the terrific Bill Simmons. Bill, great to have you.
And now for somebody who's playing a video game at 3 in the morning. That's my next.
Thank
that's
you
the
very
next
much.
phase for me.
But isn't this a great venue for
This is great.
I know.
This is great. They're half asleep. My voice is waking them up.
Bill Simmons is terrific.
Yeah. Wake up. I'm talking to you.
And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on our Rookie of the Year race, which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch. You know, there have been moments for him this year, but before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. Well, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. And you can see how Klay Thompson fits with this team, Bill. Seems to be the perfect complement to Steph and the other Warriors around him.
Yeah, like him and Steph have the same great quality of just really fun to play with. Can fit in with whatever franchise you have, whatever supporting cast you have. Doesn't need the ball to succeed, but if you need him to get more shots, he can do that too. Incredible defender. It's actually become overrated to talk about how underrated of a defender he is, because I think people know he's an underrated defender. He can guard everybody from 6'8" to 5'10". And I actually think he's more than a compliment. I think he's a worthy sidekick for Steph. I would give him sidekick status, Kevin.
Okay. I want to be your sidekick.
Hey, that's great. I would never call you a compliment. I'd say you're a sidekick.
I'd give you compliments.
Thank you.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard, and it's Rajon Rondo. And for the Warriors, Curry and Klay, the Splash Brother, in the backcourt. Green down low with Looney. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Ron moving to Los Angeles and joining the Lakers. Magic Johnson is a major component of that recruitment. Bill, what happens now that Magic is no longer with the organization?
If I was a Laker fan with the cap space they have, with the window of LeBron for just like 2-3 more years max, I would want the best possible person running my team who's going to everything. Every single shoot around, going to Europe to scout, foreign players and all that stuff. That's what they need.
Good point. And it goes down 2 points.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Looney kicks to Curry. Green taking his time here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Curry. Bill, in 2012, you wrote an article about the Warriors franchise, How to Annoy a Fan Base in 60 Steps.
Yeah.
A terrific piece. How fortunes have changed for this organization in every way.
Yeah, team of the decade. You could say probably one of the 5 or 6 best teams ever. 5 straight finals runs hadn't happened since Bill Russell and the Celtics, a million years ago.
Yeah.
And one of the iconic backcourts.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Curry against Rondo. Passes it to Thompson. And it's off from three-point range. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Green in the post. Working on Howard, and it's Green. Missing. to the paint. Howard's shot is good. Phil, some people feel Steph is already the second greatest point guard of all time. What would he need to do to pass Magic Johnson?
Well, he's not. I don't think he needs to pass to Oscar Robertson first, I would say, who was incredible and was the best guard of the 60s. I don't know if he's a point guard, I guess would be my big argument with that. I always look at Steph like he's just a guard. So if you're thinking about him in the context of the best guards ever, I think just doing what he's doing for 3-4 more years, now you start looking about him with Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Kobe. I think Magic's a tough one because that guy was in the finals every single year.
All the time.
I thought he was one of the best 5 players I've ever seen in my lifetime. The flexibility he had, the ability to play any position, how much better he made his teammates.
You've got Magic top 5 all time, overall.
I had him 4th. In my book, I put him over Bird, which killed me. But he just had a couple more years than Bird did. Bird got injured. Bird basically had a 9-year run. I have LeBron past Magic at this point, but I still think Magic's in the top 5 and is one of the great teammates of all time, too. I think him and Duncan will be remembered. And I think Curry's on this list, too.
Here for the Lakers. Bill, hypothetically, 2-on-2, Steph Curry and Del Curry against Clay and Michael Thompson. Which family tandem wins?
Are they playing right now, or are we
No, they're going back in their prime.
So it's prime against prime.
Prime against prime.
I think
this is right in your wheelhouse.
I think Clay and Michael would win. Michael Thompson was he was really good back in the day. I don't think Del Curry and Steph Curry could have handled him in a low post. I think if they were playing now, the Currys would be like 20-point favorites. They just shoot threes.
I think Del can still shoot.
I think Del should be in a team. They can't. The Rockets couldn't put him in the corner like Ryan Anderson. I think he can still play.
So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Kicks it out to Wiggins. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Rondo looking around. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Off the inbound. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will. There's your number right here.
Yes, you have my number. Call me.
Well, Doris, you read most reporters, they try to stay impartial, but not Bill Simmons.
I think that's what makes him special, Kevin, right? He has his own lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you his opinion.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. James has got his second basket of the night.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Curry against Rondo. Now Curry. He had 22 points in the win against Sacramento. The shot by Thompson, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the pass to Rondo. Clock at 6. Sinks the triple. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Curry with it. From deep 3-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Green down low with Looney. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And the dunk by James.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history, and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Here's Green, and that one hits back iron.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Rondo against Curry, and the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything.
Curry outside. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers going the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. LeBron passes to Davis. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Looney. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Curry. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Curry's got 5 points so far.
I'm not sure there's a more dangerous catch-and-shoot player in the NBA than Steph Curry. If you give him space, look out.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with a tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And there's JaVale McGee. That's Rajon Rondo. McGee dishes to Davis. 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Curry outside. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Rondo. Dishes it to Davis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Curry passes to Carmelo, and the rejection by LeBron. Outside Rondo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Warriors trail by 15. Passes to Looney. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Curry outside.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
And the Warriors miss again. And Davis throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Curry passes to Carmelo. No good, unable to end this run.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
The alley-oop layup, very well done. And the Lakers lead by 19.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Timeout called the Warriors. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys. Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Now the pass to Curry. At the elbow, Green. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Dwight Howard. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half. Yeah, easy call.
That one is off.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
Looney kicks to Curry. Pass to Thompson. This one for 3. Warriors the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
That shot wide open. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Curry's shot is good.
Well, it's incredible to see the touch on the teardrop that Steph Curry brings to the table. And it takes a kind of precision and knowledge to make that shot.
Rondo.
Davis against Green. Davis kicks to Rondo. And Howard has it in the corner. Tips it up.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so checking out their season record, this team will become their 45th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
Shoots the three. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it down.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal.
At the line for two.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Randall outside. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the... Waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you
Don't
for
get me
tuning
started,
in.
but here...
So long.